I'm Sumit. I'm from Ghaziabad. I'm going to Ukraine for MBBS.
Hello everyone, this is Arya and I am from Shamli, UP, and now I'm going to Kharkiv University, Ukraine through BMU.
This is Saloni here. I'm from Jamshedpur. I'll be going to Ukraine to pursue my MBBS.
Hi everyone, I'm Ritika Best. I'm from Dehradun, Uttarakhand. I'm going to VNMU, when it's a national medical university, which is in Ukraine. Throughout my research, I have found BMU on the internet.
Hello, my name is Sahil. I'm from Delhi.
Filling hope into the broken hearts, she turned herself into a guide for hundreds of students who had a medical dream. If not in India, she showed the world had opportunities. She is loved and known for humility. Presenting to you a conversation with India's most preferred student counselor for abroad studies, Yukti Belwar.
While the students are choosing the university, like what is that they need to keep in mind? Like, what do you think? If you could give like 5 or 3 points, like, keep this in mind while you choose, because they know they want to study this particular course. They are aware of it and they have decided it. But while choosing, because they are not, physically present there, or they have no idea about it. So, what would be the few points that the students need to keep in mind while choosing the university?
Yeah. So see, my I have my own few criterias, and I think everyone should have those criterias in mind. The first very important thing is that one should always choose when it state, metropolitan city or the capital city. Okay. Sometimes the student, in lieu of a bit of lesser hostel charges or lesser something, they go to a university which is lesser accessible.
Okay.
For example, in India, we have some cities or states which are not very foreigner friendly.
Yes.
Foreigners will not feel comfortable around it. In India, we also have. So we are also foreigners there, na? So mostly the more Indian speaking people will be in capital city or metropolitan city.
Okay.
It will affect you because when you go to patients and this and that, if some help you need at the some kind of time, and you are going in a smaller city just because it's cheaper, then it will somewhere or the other will not. I feel the city should be the capital city or the city which is the metropolitan, well connected, well organized, and administration, police administration is active there. The second thing which I tell the student is the university reputation. Mostly what happens is we have the criteria and you can easily find, okay, at least in that country, that university should be the top three, top four.
Okay.
Yeah, because it will affect your study. Because you know what, a good professor,
Mm-hmm.
a good doctor will teach or practice in a good city and a good university.
Right.
Okay, in our country, AIMS is by AIMS. By AIMS because AIMS are the finest doctors. AIMS Delhi, why do people refer everyone in AIMS Delhi? Because they have finest equipments.
Mm-hmm.
Those kind of equipments not available in every state of us, right?
Okay.
So same thing happens in other countries also. Why do we not think like that? Sometimes students just go to the remote areas, like very fine, and like university is very good. Yeah, university is good, but then how gonna commute there? You're gonna from Delhi, you're gonna land to Kiev. From Kiev, you're gonna take a flight, then train, then bus. And we should always be ready for unforeseen circumstances. For example, in capital city, even embassies, Indian embassy is there. So in any case, any issue, they will be there for the student. Then there's this website called search.wdoms.org, which is World Directory of Medical Schools. So in that also they have written whether the language of instruction is English or not.
Okay.
So sometimes even counseling like no, they have just written the language, but they teach in English. It's not possible.
Okay.
If they have a license of English, why will not they put the license? They have to teach in English. So that also one of the very important things, that you should make sure that the English language of medium of teaching is there available.
Okay.
So one thing, the third thing is this. The fourth thing would be Indian community. Like more and more Indian students will be there, more and more facilities for Indian students will be provided.
Now, when the student has decided where they want to go, which university, how should they prepare themselves? Maybe the weather is going to be different, the culture is going to be different. So, how should they prepare once they know which country they need to go? Since you said you have 12 different countries, I will not be able to ask all the countries. So, like, if they're going abroad, what are the things like? In short, like how should they prepare themselves? Maybe with food or the weather or the language, or like what are your suggestions for those students?
See, of course, many students are like that. Okay, we would like to change our taste buds, and we would like to, definitely, we are okay, fine. Some people are really in love, like me. I like my food Indian. I find restaurants of Indian restaurants there, and I eat there only. I can't just go and randomly have the dish of that country. So it depends on the person. Okay, student also sometimes they are like, okay, we are okay with that. Weather conditions normally, when winters are there, some countries have extreme weather conditions. So it is for 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
Mostly you will get the clothing from that country only. I totally tell them not to, carry a lot of luggage or warm clothes from here, because what we wear in India for the Indian winters is definitely nothing
Okay.
what they need there. So they have another kind of stuff which is provided there only. So in that case also they should take it from there. And to prepare themselves, so basically, if there's a language of that country, I generally suggest students to start learning the alphabets and everything, because starting to become familiar with the words and everything really helps the student.
Okay.
When the teachers start teaching you language, you catch very easily. So if you have time, if you have good time, then you can start doing that. And normally students really adjust very nicely. I've never seen. Yes, there are students who have homesickness after they reach there. In my entire career, I had 4, 5 students till now who just couldn't be there because they missed their family like anything.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have been in hostels and everything, but now when they reach there, maybe they couldn't comply with whatever. So this you can't judge from here. The student will look like, okay, they will adjust like fine, but when they reach there, they feel a bit. So homesickness, you really can't do anything with that. So what I'm saying, that there are a few things, but yeah, mental, if you're strong and you have will, a strong will that you can do it, then there is no coming back. There is always everything.
Okay, so coming back to your brand, Book My University. So like when a student approaches you, okay, I don't want to ask about the fees and other details, but what is that they can expect out of you from your services? Like what are the things that you take care from what to until what is that
I
you
know.
take care? So if you could just tell, like if they're coming to you, what is that they can expect from you?
The first thing, very important thing, what is missing in other countries, which is not missing here. Sometimes students come with a very different college in with a different set of expectation from that college. And when I meet them, I tell them the reality and I introduce them with the real thing. And I tell them this is better for you. And it has been there that student understood that, okay, yeah, why I'm saying this. So first point is counseling.
Mm-hmm.
The focus is counseling. People miss that. See, admission, visa, ticketing, it's very easy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone can get that done for you. But what we do is we make sure that the student, I personally meet students, I meet them.
Okay.
Sometimes I tell, sometimes parents are ready to give me money. I said I would like to meet the student once. Is the student ready for that, the struggles and everything? Sometimes I even have felt that, okay, I don't think so she can do it.
Mm-hmm.
I tell them, because it's not about just earning money and getting the. I know if there's this much of experience I have, then I know that whether this person will be able to do the things or not,
Mm-hmm.
or like some personal advice and everything. So counseling is a very important part. Even my counselors who are like working right now, I keep on giving them that kind of training and all that. Okay, you can't just say anything.
Okay.
If you don't know some information, just don't say it and tell them, okay, I'm going to get back to you and going to tell you. So very important thing, genuine information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nothing like this is not there. When we are telling you this is there and whatever facilities. The first thing is good counseling, a counseling which you really need to find out that whether or not this university, this country going to suit you or not.
Okay.
Because it's not a one thing, it's not a 1 week affair, it's a 6 years affair.
Mm-hmm.
So we take it very seriously. We take our counseling sessions very, very seriously. Then second is that, we keep a very good eye on the deadlines. Many a times the consultants, they don't have no information and they have made the student lose their ear
Okay.
by not doing the things, by not giving the documents on time, and lot of things. But what we have done a lot of things to make sure the student is reaching on time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have gone beyond my limits to do that because I know if the repercussions can be.
Okay.
Student can be deported, student can be restigated, lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But we have made sure that we know everything, and that is what happens when we take care of the students' thing. We make sure that nothing happens. And then okay, visa, of course, visa we get on time to the student, and we make sure the flight times we have told the visa comes on time, and they are departing on time. Everything there. So most important is the post sale, like post admission services.
Mm-hmm.
That is the one where I think we are a bit better because it's not just okay, admission ho gaya, we don't care about you. Do whatever. We have taken care of the each and every issue of the students. Still we are like, okay, what happened? Why this happened? Sometimes the student want to change the hostel. They didn't like the hostels.
Mm-hmm.
From here only, I give a call and make sure that the things happen.
Okay.
So our coordinations are way beyond than what student can even think of.
Another thing to ask you, a lot of students, like because it is pretty cheap in Philippines to study in Philippines, they come and they really want to go to Philippines, considering that the fee is really less. Can you throw some light on Philippines alone, because a lot of students are talking about it and a lot of consultants are also trying to push them into Philippines. I don't know whether it is the money factor which the consultants earn or if it is genuinely good. And as you said, what they explain is that since it's a poor country and a lot of people get a lot of illness and all kind of diseases, so you get a lot of practical exposure and you get the bodies and you can study. So this is what they say, because a lot of people die, get to learn on those bodies. So when they come to India, the weather is similar. So these kids, they come and tell us, is it true? So we can only work on the mental health of the others. We cannot give information on this. So if you could tell me a little bit about studying in Philippines, how is it actually?
So last year I visited Philippines in Jan 2020, and I
Okay.
visited 4 5 universities there, and I had a very good experience there. Honestly, we facing the same kind of patients. And apart from that, when you call it poor country, see, poor, yes, but the currency is a better position than ours. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there. When I went there, I felt that okay, first very important thing that they speak English. The
Okay.
second language of Philippines is English, so that makes it a better communicable country for
Mm-hmm.
Indians. Second important part is of course temperature. So temperature affects in two ways. One is the disease thing, and one is the you know uh, staying
Adaptability.
there, like
Yeah.
adaptability, because you don't have to like change your whole thing. Because when I went in January, it was a very pleasant temperature there, very pleasant. I was just wearing one shirt and I was fine. So I was like, this is nice, because when I go to other countries, I have to like pile on the clothes, and it's
Uh-huh.
a bit thing. So yeah, so adaptability and the disease spectrum, in which way the temperature affects, and then duration of the course is lesser in
Mm-hmm.
comparison. So you can complete in 5 years, 5 months.
Okay.
That is one of the good factors. And then one of the very good thing about Philippines is that the last year is all about clinicals. So
Okay.
clinicals are on the higher side. And let me tell you, for example, US Emily is clinical based exam. One student, when he or she completes MBBS
Mm-hmm.
and they want to study in USA, so the US Emily exam which they have to give, which is very clinically based. Now our country is focusing on that. Now the country is saying we will not just take the theory exam, we'll also check your clinical ability.
Mm-hmm.
So in countries where the clinicals are low, the students not going to perform well.
Okay.
And when we talk about Philippines, the clinicals are very good and at the last year. So when you do practicals and theory, then your brain works better and you remember things better, I think.
Okay.
So the exam which a student has to come and give in India to
Mm-hmm.
get the license to practice, there the Philippine students have performed in more than 60% students clear
Okay. Okay.
for Philippines, which comparatively 50 less than 50% of what Philippine students clear, other countries are 50% on the lesser side.
Okay.
They are not able to clear it because of this reason only. Because the clinicals, if they are strong, then students remember it, and I think see they follow US syllabus, US program,
Mm-hmm.
so that is why they are. I think I've checked with many doctors who are done from India,
Mm-hmm.
and when I've showed the syllabus to them, they have told me that this is better. Also, see, it's a big thing to explain, but other countries have a 6 years program because
Mm-hmm.
from after 10th they join the college.
Okay.
In India, we do 10th, then we do 11th and 12th, which is stream based. Then we enter into college. But there, in other countries, European countries, if I say, they study till 10th, then they enter into med school. So in the first year or first 3 semester, whatever the student is getting taught, they have already studied, kind of studied in India,
Mm-hmm.
because 11th, 12th they have done.
Yeah.
So it's a waste of time, also waste of study, and then language is also a part of the curriculum
Mm-hmm.
of MBBS, and Latin and other history of the country and this and that. So that's why the course is not very focused. So
Okay.
students feel a bit. And then one very important thing, let me tell you, through your medium and my medium also, I keep on saying it. See, our country, we have Monday to Saturday working and
Mm-hmm.
Sundays off normally.
Yeah.
Hardly there are Saturdays off. And for example, if we talk about Philippines, also they teach in on Saturdays.
Okay.
But countries like Europe, they don't teach on Saturday and Sunday. It's totally completely off. So even
Okay.
if you count a Saturday of 6 years, na, you say 1 year. If they start teaching you Saturdays, na,
Mm-hmm.
then 1 year you're gonna save,
Okay.
because the hours you have to actually study for a particular hours for each subject. There are hours divided. These many hours you have to do. So that is also the reason Philippines has a shorter duration, because of Saturdays also they are teaching. So
Okay. So
yeah.
while
So
we
I think why
started
not
the
do?
conversation, you said that we most of the universities do not have the bodies to study. What about Philippines? Do they have it, or like Because I just wanted to know about that.
So yeah, they have it, and I have covered that in my one of my videos.
Hmm.
I'm see I have issues with the dead bodies and all, but I have to go and check it out. In many countries, I have done that. So only few countries are there which do not provide. Other all provide, but the abundance of that is there in Philippines.
Okay, okay.
Just see, let me tell you, in India also, no, it's there, but the I think the bulkness of the students, 50 students in one classroom, they are one dead body.
Mm-hmm.
How they will be able? But there, I found there were in one room there were at least 40 bodies on the table, like
Okay.
papers were there, and the I think it will be very easy for the student to study. See, it's not a entire part, the dead body thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of it because when they are teaching you, okay, where's the veins, where this, that, so they have to show you. For that thing only, they have to do it. People are using technology also to make their student understand, but yes, the authentic way to understand is through dead bodies only.
Mm-hmm.
And Philippines has it. Philippines has it in abundance, but they not every university is really good, honestly. You
Okay.
students, uh, they should refer to one of the document also. There is a document, okay, from which country, which university students are passing more
Okay.
FCI. That also can help students.
So, do
Hmm.
we have any kind of scholarship for Indian students who go, and do you assist? Does that really happen? Because some of them are money bound, right? Like they think, okay, I may not be able to study in this particular country. So,
Hmm.
is there any
Hmm.
scholarship from the Indian government side, or like anything of that sort, or only the universities provide you with the scholarship?
So yes, it is this university which will provide you, not the Indian government is not, in my knowledge, definitely they are not. Mm, there are some minority-based scholarship which
Mhm.
I think the minority people can maybe do, but not for the foreigner students and all.
Okay.
Yes, there China has a pretty good scholarship programs.
Hmm.
China has it, and Philippines has private universities. See, Philippines has government university. For to enter into government university, you need to have good score in NMAT examination.
Okay.
So if you have it, then you can have a cheaper college because government colleges are cheaper than that of private colleges. But if you can't get to good NMAT score, then you have to go to private university only. The private is on. See how much do you think the fees of private colleges in Philippines per year?
I have absolutely no idea. I just know that it's much lesser than what it is in India because that's what students come and say, like they say it is much cheaper.
Basically, it's like 3 lakh rupees per year.
Okay.
It's 3 lakh rupees a year, and 3 lakh rupees, in that 3 lakh rupees tuition fee is there. Other than that, you will be spending still and accommodation 1,50,000 rupees per year. That
Hmm.
makes it 4,50,000 rupees. So 4,50,000 into 4 years program, it's like some 17, 18 lakhs rupees. Plus BS program is also there. So so the whole course will come in 30 lakhs.
Okay. I think that is so lesser than what people have to spend
And
here. It's like
in
huge, right?
India, you have to spend 15 lakh rupees a year minimum
Hmm.
for a private college I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So in 2 years fees of India, you are actually covering the whole course with food and accommodation.
Okay.
That is the reason why. So can I share a few things here?
Yes, yes.
This one of the photographs where I'm like looking at some anatomy. It's in Philippines only. So they
Okay.
have sliced the body parts like
Mm-hmm.
from head to toe. It's like slice for the students' understanding from
Okay.
lateral as well as this way. So it's like it's one of the things. Like I'm just saying that this is not available in the private college. Also, have you will not get to see these kind of things in
Mm-hmm.
India. I'm talking
Hmm.
about.
Yeah.
So there are things, and let me just share one more thing with you. Um, so this is a one of the graphs, MCI passing ratio.
Mm-hmm.
So which country has better graphs? Philippines, Bangladesh, Armenia is that one university only, which I'm telling you. The rest all
Yes.
are bad. So it's basically the average of all the universities. Okay.
Okay.
So Philippines is on the better side. Then it's Ukraine, then Georgia, then Kazakhstan, Russia, Belarus, China, Kyrgyzstan. So this is the way one can have a kind of understanding which country to go. So see, can you see this one?
Yes.
So there's a table. This is electronically able table.
Okay.
So there is this teacher. Okay. So what if you don't have cadaver? Then definitely you can use this table. They can touch it, and you can select a tool. You can select a weapon tool only to cut and slice. You can whatever you do. This will happen like a real body.
Okay.
So
Okay.
sometimes they use technology. This is a very expensive table. You won't. I have not seen it in India. It is there. So.
Okay.
Like, why not? There are many things students are able to find. This is the government college of Belarus.
Okay.
Belarus college. I went there. So there are some technologically based college and things also. And in South, only there's this very big scandal happened. I'm just sharing with you because the university was listed by WWMS. It was listed by Medical Council of India. It was still not a proper university.
Okay.
It was a resort turned into a university, and 200 students were affected. Few of them also did suicide.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Can you 28, 20, 30 lakhs, 30, 35 lakhs they charge.
Mm-hmm.
And when the student went there, it is a resort which is turned into university. It had few classes, but later on they even didn't take those classes. Also didn't happen.
Where is
But
this?
I'm
Which
just
country is this? Which country did this happen?
it was in Barbados. I do not promote a country before visiting it.
Okay, so that
To
is
talk about it because
one thing very different in your in your consulting style, that you would have visited it and you have the videos with you. You have been present in these universities, so that's
I've been present there. I make sure that whatever I'm saying is actually available, not just on I'm reading from somewhere and putting things somewhere. This is not a way. Then
Okay.
I'm not a consultant. No, this is you can also do that.
Mm-hmm.
If what makes me is that because I put the real information at that platform.
Okay. See, I was looking at your website. So you have been catering to various countries, and this is in a span of like from 2015 onwards, you started doing
15
it.
onwards, yeah.
Okay. So I think this has grown. What do you think is the basis for entire thing? Like how did you manage to grow like this? Like what is the reason behind it, or what is the effort that you have put behind it? What is it?
See, basically, the first thing is that there was a need. Okay, there was a need, and students were really scared. So, first female consultant who has grown, I think I would take the credit. So there was no one to believe and completely trust on and think. So I have my clients who are doctors themselves, and I counsel them. I tell
Okay.
them why this country, why that country, because I have every time I try to I have to learn myself also. I'm a commerce student. I don't know. I used to love bio, but not a bio student, no.
Okay.
But yeah, what I did was I've always kept it very transparent to the students. It is
Mhm.
there. If the student can get admission, okay. If no, sometimes students have come to me that okay, ma'am, you said no that this deadline is closed, but that consultancy is providing. Why? I said go and check it out, then you'll know. So I work with genuine people only.
Okay.
Okay, it's not that somebody is just offering me some money. This Barbados thing, I'm telling you, they were offering how much? They were offering 5 lakh rupees per student to consultants. Why would not anyone do that?
Mhm.
So, but then there is no value system then.
Right.
Ethical work is something one has to do to make sure that the students are not getting affected. I have a little quote where I always say that the right of the student to get the information should be protected and preserved, and should be exercised also. See, I'm a consultant, I want money, I can charge 1 lakh, I can charge 2 lakh, I can charge 3 lakh. But what information I'm providing, at least I should make sure now that's not the wrong information.
Correct.
That's the least I can do, I think. So that is, I think, which has taken an not just India, I'm providing admission in other countries and all the Middle East I'm catering to. They are approaching me. We are working on it. We are providing them admission. Some Indians also, especially from South. A lot of them are staying there. So we contact when we come to their contact, and we make sure that whatever information we have they giving, they are particularly fine. And one of the interviews also I have taken, the
Mhm.
student has said the same thing that I there were so many consulants in South India,
Mhm.
but when I got to your videos and your stuff, I felt this is genuine, and I have to go only through them. And now he's in Belarus only, he's studying in Belarus. So I think one thing is for sure, being true to yourself and your work
Mhm.
can take you places. Otherwise, there's no going
See,
anywhere.
why I'm asking you this is like when I'm also covering your success journey as well. So I just wanted to understand the kind of a person that you are. Now that you're saying that, you are true to your work, you give your heart and soul to it, and you want to give the attention and see that, you complete it in a very nice way. Now, what I want to tell you is a lot of South Indians, to rely on someone who is sitting in Delhi or, no, let me be very open. We have the South and North conflict going on for ages.
Yes, yes,
So,
true.
for a South Indian, for a normal household, like, middle class family to believe a North Indian sitting in Delhi, it's a little difficult, even if it is a video of,
Especially Delhi.
yes. So, so even if you have the videos to provide or anything, now while interacting with you, I'm feeling a lot comfortable. So, in the same way, even the parents would and the students also would feel comfortable talking to you. So what I wanted to ask is like if in case we have students who want to talk to you, so like how do we channel them towards you? Like, like I want them
I
to talk
can
to you.
visit.
I
I can
wouldn't
visit
want
where I can. Yeah, meeting.
yeah, I don't want someone else to be doing the talking. Like you might be having a lot of counselors there, but I would want them to talk to you because first of all, the trust
Hmm.
factor it's a huge thing because a lot of consultants, you're saying that you've trained them really well, but what happens is that when I join these students over here, I'm talking about the consultants here. It is more like a bot talking, like someone has told them this is what it is, this is what, and they will try to convince them into one country alone, because probably they have some kind of a commission band or I don't know what is it. So, so they would convert and they would, there are a few lines that they use. You can go to Germany easily. You can get a PR in Germany. So these, I go with the students, right? And it has confused me, the yeah, I think I'm much more older than them, and I myself, I'm like so confused with the ideas that they give. And they will just ask me, okay, so you have an MPhil, why don't you try going to Germany? They wouldn't try to convince me. I'm like, no, I'm not looking at that. So when we go to a consultant, I don't want them to be like, these salon people who try to sell you shampoos, which is on the counter. Like, you go here, you go there. This is good. This is wonderful. It really makes us also feel bad, and that is the main reason I want them to reach the right hands, like let them not go somewhere where someone is trying to sell something and get money, and like, there's a lot of confusion and chaos now. This
No, the marketing is going on a lot. They just market the thing.
Yeah, and the rosy things what they say. No, poor thing. I really pity the parents because they would give the image of they can do PG free in Germany. They can settle down there, and they will even give an option. That she might even find a good Indian guy over there, and she'll have a good settled life. So these parents are very happy. Like the
No, no.
life is set. She can study. You just have to invest. Okay, 30 lakhs. She'll study. Then she will go. She'll have a free PG education. After that, okay, she'll find everything is set. What is going out of their hand is just 30 lakhs. So this is how they, the normal middle class parents will be
30
very
lakhs, you're
happy.
getting a degree, you're getting PG, and
Yes,
you're getting a groom.
yeah. So it comes with the package. So it's very funny, but at the same time, it's very painful to see the process. Like how these parents want to keep their child safe, plus want to finish off their responsibilities and be happy. So this is a lot of collusion that's happening. So I'm talking to you just to get an understanding about this. So reaching the right consultant is one important thing. Second is talking to them, the counseling bit, what you said. And I wish there were people to clear out and show things. Um, I mean, people have told me like, we have people sitting over there, they're a student. And later on, we get to know it's a mother of someone else who's getting commission for referring the child. Eh, There are so many things that's happening in this. So I don't know whom to trust. So when you're telling me that you have the videos, you have visited that place, and there is a kind of a trust that I'm getting towards you. So that is why I wanted to know, like, if they want to get in touch with you, like, is it through Instagram, or like, how can we get them across to you? Like, you
I
know.
have see there are ways. There are ways. I have a seminar on 31st in Mumbai. So whoever wants to meet in Mumbai can come Mumbai. So I keep on doing it. Even I'm gonna be in Chennai soon, in South India soon. But yes, through online medium, you can connect me anytime. You can just ping me. We can have a meeting, a webinar, a kind of thing where I can conduct, you can conduct, and we can resolve the queries. I'm
Okay.
always on it. No problem.
Okay, so that is one thing that, because I want to definitely connect them to you and get the right kind of guidance. That is where we are looking. That is what we're looking forward to. All of our videos, like we try to lead these students to a certain path, which after that they can take it forward from there on. So coming back to your personality as a person, like how and why